Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Leftist Extremism. Now, the week started with Morning Joe, Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough announcing that they went to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President-elect Trump, and he let them in to hear what they had to say.
And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we?
Well, maybe it was an attempt to save the ratings of MSNBC, which, oh, by the way, NBC announced that they're divorcing themselves from them this week. MSNBC may have to change its name as it becomes part of the aptly named Spinco, as it fittingly gets wrapped in with the fiction of the Sci-Fi Channel. Now, despite the attempt to reach out to Trump, fans of the leftist Spinco, like Rosie O'Donnell, were quite upset.
It's the last time I ever watched Morning Joe. Period. End of statement. Unreal. Unreal. For months you were telling us he's the worst thing that could happen to this country and democracy. And then you go kiss his ring? Despicable. Despicable you. Both of you.
Oh, that makes me so sad. Almost as sad as when The View has to be corrected for spreading misinformation about Trump's cabinet picks.
Another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. He has denied any wrongdoing.
Just call the show Legal Note from now on.
Yeah.
But I think that that's why people like our show, because they know that we are checked by ABC News. I mean, if we're wrong, we have, the legal note here.
The human legal note?
But we went from Walter Cronkite, basically, to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons? He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
What I'm really fascinated with is things that existed like only in myth, but that every culture has, like dragons.
Unlike the myth that truth ever shows up on The View. Can we have another legal note? No?
So this is the type of really, really bad information that's going out there.
Of course they didn't get corrected. You can't expect truth from network news products, especially when it comes to covering Trump administration picks.
Over the weekend, Trump also tapped Chris Wright, a fracking company CEO and an opponent of efforts to fight climate change, to lead the Department of Energy.
Wait.
A fracking company CEO and an opponent of efforts to fight climate change.
Where are those legal notes when you need them?
I'm all for, in fact, as they say, I've been a lifelong environmentalist. Climate change is a real problem. I've been speaking on it for 20 years, and we can make progress with that. But we can't make progress towards solving a climate challenge if we're keeping people in poverty and not letting them rise up.
I mean, if we expect the leftist media to read a legal note or correct themselves every time they spread disinformation on Trump cabinet picks, they would almost never speak.
Trump's proposed Secretary of Defense defends war criminals and displays tattoos associated with white nationalism.
White supremacist and extremist tattoos on his body.
This is someone who, is known to be a white supremacist.
Yeah, those white supremacist tattoos, just like the images that can be seen at churches in the D.C. area. Yeah. The left is terrified of Trump's cabinet picks. They might actually help him follow through on his campaign promises that won him an election. It's time for the media to urge Joe Biden to subvert his plans.
There is one thing right now, Chris, that Joe Biden can do, right? And I know it sounds kind of like over the top, but you know what? Mass deportation sounds way over the top.
Yeah.
He should immediately create an executive order pardon path to citizenship right now.
Pardon the illegals before Trump takes office. Yeah, that'll go over well. But the leftist media is outraged that under Trump, bad things might happen.
A whole lot of bad things all at once to keep everyone's attention divided. Something that we are seeing play out right now, today, this hour. Today, Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace introduced a bill that would ban transgender people on Capitol Hill from using the bathroom of the gender they identify with.
What? Different restrooms for men and women? Well, that's just madness.
Donald Trump himself said that he wants to make biological sex the law of the land, and that is assigned at birth, and that is binary. This is what Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, has basically also asserted.
Oh, this is so bad. It's just like, well, you guessed it. It's just like Nazis.
If a group of people is rendered subhuman, the Nazis used the term Untermenschen, subhuman, then we can take away their rights. Then we can abuse them and commit violence against them.
I guess making you use the bathroom of your own biological gender is Nazi-level violence is so stupid. All they have is hate. The leftist media hated the Matt Gaetz AG nomination the last couple of weeks, so now that he's out and Pam Bondi is in, well, you would think the media would be relieved.
Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz.
No, they are not relieved. Competent people are about to take powerful positions. People that realize things like there's a biological difference between a man and a woman. And this makes them mad and hateful.
Well, what irritates me is I don't know if it's madness, maybe it drives me mad.
But in the moments when they tire from all this anger and division and hate, pure exasperation sets in. Try not to smile too wide as you watch this.
This morning, it's increasingly clear it is Donald Trump's world, and we're just living in it. The most powerful rocket ever built blasting off from Texas yesterday, with its creator, Elon Musk, looking on with the president-elect of the United States, Donald Trump, wearing a hat, said 45 and 47, making the trip with his billionaire buddy to take in the launch, just days after they both attended a UFC fight at Madison Square Garden, where the winner did Trump's signature dance after the knockout. All of this as President Biden prepares to step off the world stage. Here he was in Brazil earlier this week, the first sitting president to visit the Amazon, seeming to wander into the jungle. He missed this group photo of the G20 leaders, apparently due to a scheduling conflict. He is stepping off the stage as this made-for-TV cast of characters steps on stage for the new Trump administration.
Oh, that face. Don't worry, leftist media. I'm sure you'll get to spread your hatred again real soon. And we'll be here to call you out on all of it. I'm Eric Scheiner asking you to avoid wandering aimlessly into the jungle like Joe Biden. Make your destination the MRC homepage and click on that donate button. Visit MRC-TV for the latest in information, entertainment, and videos. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to these videos in the places that let you see us. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving next week, and I'll be off eating some turkey, and so will the rest of us, but we will return soon with another look at leftist media madness.